The glorious Chicago skyline. It is picture perfect, one of the most recognized in the nation. And now it's in the process of reaching new heights. CBS 2's Vince Gerasoli reports it could be a reflection of a healthier U.S. economy.
Chicago is growing skyward. Take, for example, construction underway in front of the Merchandise Mart for the three-tower Wolf Point complex. Its highest building at 950 feet will be the nation's 55th tallest. When complete, it will join a soaring community with an international reputation.
From Australia, Melbourne, Australia.
And you've heard of our tall buildings there?
Certainly have. The Windy City. They're simply designed, practically designed.
This view along the Chicago River is about to change too. Next summer, construction begins on the 93-story Vista Tower, which will be the 14th tallest in the nation.
How they blend together, a lot of glass, a lot of history throughout the buildings, they kind of connect to each other.
Chicago is the birthplace of the tall building. Although not necessarily all the tallest buildings in the world are being built here now, very few are being done without some Chicago expertise.
But here at home, more tall towers are being proposed. Near the southwest corner of Grant Park, famed architect Helmut Jahn has designed an 86-story tower that would be the city's 6th tallest. Next door on Roosevelt Road, a 76-story tower is on the drawing board. Antony Wood with the Council on Tall Buildings says the financing often comes from struggling foreign markets.
People with money in China, in the Middle East, or Canada, or elsewhere wanting to invest that money in stable environments.
Do you think buildings can get too tall?
Too tall? Yeah, for my taste. I'm afraid of heights, so too tall for me, sure. But I don't know, as far as high up, I don't know. I think the sky's the limit, really.
Well put there. Now, many of these new towers being proposed would contain a considerable number of condominium units, attracting well-heeled international residents. And that does come with a warning. They most likely would not be full-time Chicago residents. And for a city to thrive, it needs to house people who call it home, no matter how tall the tower. Live in the newsroom, I'm Vince Gerasoli, CBS 2 News.
So, Vince, there is a demand for that many condos in the area for those humongous buildings?
It's not necessarily that there's a demand for that many condos, but there is a demand for investment, and people abroad are finding that if they can invest their money in the United States, that's a good place for them to put their money when things are struggling at home, let's say in China, for example.
No kidding. All right, good point there, Vince. Thank you. Now to